to another video for Alpha Strike We Play. So this weekend, so it's June 2019, we're at the Southern Hemisphere Open in Perth. We actually have a booth here. We sort of brought down some of the products that we're selling. There is actually a lot happening, and we'll show you some of that later, but I just want to give you a little walkthrough of the little booth here so you can see what we've got. Probably the main thing that everyone's been hanging out for is the BattleTech beginner box set. Very hard to get hold of at this time, but we've managed to get some, and they're here. Also with some paints and everything to go with it. Reapers, we do a lot with Reaper. We really like their products, so decided to bring some of that down. The paints, as well as some of the bones at the back there. We have quite a few on the site if you're looking for something in particular, but we do have some here, so it's quite a nice selection. We also have some of the new 2019 range Army Painter. We've got scenery stuff, ground cover, the Battleground range, plus your flock as well. Some of their hobby tools, which are really, really nice to use, very clean and quite solid, so they're a good product. Little things like card sleeves, so everyone needs card sleeves. Everyone plays board games and whatever else, your tabletop games, so just keep your stuff nice, they're always good. Come in a variety of colours. We've got different brands. Mayday Games is probably the main one that we do, but we also have some Fantasy Flight ones here in the different colours, the white, the black, the red. Yep. Featuring a lot with Cool Mini or Not. As you know, we really like their stuff. They're really good. We have a selection of Dark Age models here, as well as some Wrath of Kings. If you've never played either of those games, definitely worth a look at. And the flavour of the month always seems to be the Game of Thrones stuff. So we've got a Song of Ice and Fire. We've got the box sets here, and I don't think we've got any of the starter sets left of the two-player starter sets. They're gone. But yeah, quite good. So books and rules and all that sort of thing. We also have some Star Trek Attack Wing by WizKids Games, as well as some other dice from Chessex. So they're quite popular too, as well as Q Workshop. So they do these lovely box sets for polyhedral, like your 7-set dice. We also let people know that we do deep cut studios. So the neoprene rollout mats and all the different sizes. Couldn't bring everything because we have so much stuff in just a little booth, but we do have a catalogue here, so people are having a look through. One of the more popular things that people have been seeing from that company are the little neoprene dice trays. They fold up and they're really, really rigid, they're strong. You can just fold them up and all that sort of thing, but roll your dice in there, keeps the dice nice. And yeah, it's just a small amount of space. It just stops them rolling onto the floor. They're quite a good little idea. Yeah, there's a lot going on actually. So we'll show you everything around the place and yeah, get an idea of just how good the event is this year.
This man I haven't seen since Supernova last year.
Good morning.
Yeah, so helped us out at the Supernova booth last time.
Yes.
Yeah, here as a civilian this time.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm here as a non-expert. I use the word expert loosely, but yes, just here to enjoy the festivities this time. It's good. So what kind of sites are there this time? What can I expect?
New booths and bigger booths from last year. We got one of my mates, Thomas, over at Amazing Forge. The OTP terrain guys from a small little booth last year have significantly grown with their 3D printed terrain. And yeah, much bigger floor space. We're not stuck up in a hotter
massive
second level like last year.
It's always good. Comfort is big factor for gaming. So what are you demoing today? What do you got?
Dark Age.
Dark
again,
Age. Oh, yes.
as the last time. So
very impressive looking setup.
yeah, so we got the tournament for Dark Age on Monday. So only 6 people this year because the time of year changed from September to June, long weekend, threw a lot of people. So we don't have a lot of people have already booked holidays, sadly. So 6 people instead of we had 10 last year. Of the 20 potential, 6 were the only ones free this time. So
Right.
yeah.
Has it changed the nature of the competition? Are you going to do a couple more rounds each? Or
No, but I've got my one target I have to beat. So sorry, Lee, but I'm really gunning to take out your aircast.
Oh, Lee.
And then after that, I might just forfeit the rest of the games as long as I can eliminate him. So,
Wow, personal rivalries here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here at the OTP Terrain booth. And what was your name? Emma is going to tell me what that stands for because that's probably a good place to start.
Off the print gaming terrain.
Off the print gaming terrain. And what do you do here at Off the Print Gaming Terrain?
We 3D print gaming terrain from all aspects.
Very cool, very cool. So do you do custom prints and things like that, or?
We can do custom prints, so if you've got your own files or if you purchase files from anywhere, we can charge a printing fee for them. Or we do have an extremely wide range now, yeah, from what we were last year.
Very cool. We might get a bit of a snapshot of all the stuff. It looks very impressive, but thanks very much for your time, Emma. Okay, so we're here at Amazing Forge. Personally, my favorite name for a booth, Amazing Forge. Amazing. And we are here with Thomas.
So Amazing Forge is a company that just started in mid-March 2019.
Right.
So as a company, right, what we're trying to offer WA here for the hobbyists is a laser cutting service for hobbies.
Very cool.
So currently, as it stands, right, the industry doesn't really have a dedicated laser cutter. So we do a lot of laser cutting from MDF, acrylics, and we're also going to have UV printing. So what is UV printing? Yeah. UV printing is printing white on perspex or different materials. So it's, imagine your inkjet printer, but it actually sets by using UV.
Right.
And so that would change the way we do our templates, like X-Wing, blast markers will be in the future will be printed, and we can also do like hollow ads, etc. coming.
Right, that's fantastic. So that like opens up a great myriad of possibilities for customization and things like that.
Yeah. So one of the things we do is a lot of custom jobs. So what way will we have on Facebook and Shopify, right? We will end up having custom orders. So just send any requests to amazingforge.com.au, and we can do custom jobs such as trophies. Yep. So we've done a lot for Star Wars, we've done a lot for our Kings of War fellow, Outposts, and also the Javas group. So one of the things that we actually do is tokens, templates, and we have a lot of terrain coming up after show. So one of the things is the expansion of Steel City line. So the Steel City line is our first one here. So what you see here, right, is a terrain piece which doesn't fall apart. It's got magnets on.
Very, very cool. That's a master stroke, actually, the magnets.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for that.
I love it.
And the thing is, once you've got this system here, it packs up in a box. Beautiful. So as most hobbyists know, it doesn't take up a 60-liter container, and then you can just pack up one set here covers easily 3 to 4 foot table.
Wow, that is...
Put in it, and it's actually pretty cheap too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so one set's only 150 retail, but for show is 135. The other product line that we're going to show you guys is Hex Empire.
Ah, Hexes, my favorite.
So Hex Empire is a new product range, and this one here is to cater for people that love to play campaigns. So if you like to play campaigns in Fantasy, 40k, Necromunda, there's actually future add-ons. The initial set is actually designed to cater for the Fantasy players. So you have 50 tiles, 50 flags, 4 castles, and the whole idea is that you can play with friends, right? Paint up the flags a different color, and then just track your progress on how you're doing, win-loss. And in the future, what we plan to do is to cater for the Horus Heresy players. And the aim is to have more sci-fi, and then you have different fortifications. So Necromunda players haven't been forgotten.
Yep.
We will have Mad Doc clinics, we will have the Archaeotech hordes, and a variety of different features come in, so that if you want to play your game with Necromunda, this system fits. So it's a one-and-all system, really.
Take a look at that. That's fantastic. So, yeah, innovation here at Amazing Forge. Thank you very much for Thomas's mum. Thank you very much. And, yeah, keep an eye out for these guys, up-and-comers of 2019. All right, we're here at the Games Workshop Warhammer booth, very established brands. With who are we here with? Shane.
Michael.
And Michael. Pleased to meet you. I'm Callum. So, yeah, tell us about the products you got here and what you're demoing this year.
So essentially what we've got this year is we've got Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40,000 as always. So we have our box sets here ready to go. We're running through painting demos today, teach people how to build as well, running through games. So essentially with the Games Social Hobby, it's building, painting, gaming. So very social hobby as with all our events here today. We've also got some narrative events going on. Upstairs we have seminars with very talented painters. Stu, who's been around for many, many years. We've got Dean and Ghislaine as well. We've got Shane tomorrow actually running a green stuff and conversion workshop. So we've got quite a bit going on. And then we have a whole host of products with us today as well. We've actually really lucky. We've got some really cool, unique products and games like Blood Bowl, Necromunda, and Episode Headicus as well. So we have a whole host of things going on today. It's very, very exciting to be here.
Wow. What a community of creativity we've got here. So if you were to point out one feature product that you're really, really keen about this year, even if it's something that's been around for a while, but you want the people to know about, what would that be?
Do you want to take one each?
Yeah, one each is fine, yeah.
So it's pretty tough.
Mine would be Speed Freaks.
Speed Freaks is amazing. Speed Freaks is amazing. It's a board game essentially where you actually take up an orc vehicle. It's a ragtag vehicle sort of thrown together, and you throw that one on the table. Got about 4 players, and it's a fantastic fun. It is just absolute elation. That is amazing. My personal favourite, we've got this one just here.
Oh, you love
Lord of the Rings, Battle of Planar Fields. Fantastic box set, recreates the classic novel moments and the books as well. So it's fantastic.
Very cool, very cool. Well, as soon as Pillar pays me, I'm going to have to come down and have a look at this stuff, I think. But thanks very much for your time, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great time.
So we're at Southern Hemisphere Open 2019, and I'm actually here with a very impressive cosplay, actually. It's Ultramarines, is that right? Okay, so tell me who you are and tell me everything about this.
Yeah, my name's Troy Green from Sardawan's Foundry. A bunch of cosplayers building suits, not just Space Marines, but we build all different types of suits. This is one I built for Supernova last year. 18 months worth of procrastination, 6 months worth of work in about 400 hours.
Wow.
Goes into the suit. About 21 kilos of suit all up. Its own air conditioning, everything to make sure it's all built out of EVA foam.
EVA foam.
Correct.
Okay.
So basically like your Bunnings floor mats. Same sort of foam.
Okay.
So
how does that feel in there, Mike?
It's actually really comfortable. He's done an amazing job in terms of it's like I've got huge articulation in it. It's not uncomfortable to move around and it's not heavy. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit cumbersome, but it's an amazing thing to wear. It's really, really cool. And it fits me really well.
Has anyone tried to test if you're bulletproof yet?
Not yet. There are some battle scars. And that's what I love about this suit. Every time I look at it, there's something new to see because there's damage over it and there's the power packs all detailed and then the weapons. It's really amazing. The fact that I'm about the same height is an added bonus because Troy's hurt himself. So he offered me to wear it and my wife said no, and I said, watch me. So I'm really excited. So no, it's as you can see, like
that is really cool.
Yeah, we're really focused. When I actually created this suit, one of the things that I'm a big fan of devil in the details. So to me, it's things like my purity seals here are all individually. Each one of these are actually hot wax stamps, hot glue stamps.
Nice.
So each purity seal is different. They've all got different sayings on them, and they all actually do say properly. Using materials, a whole bunch of different materials like your leathers, and the materials, the ropes, everything like that, just to add those few extra details to make it really
looks real.
real.
It looks exactly like you'd expect it to. And I'm not sure the helmet fits me. I think my head's a little bit too big for it, but it's an amazing. Like I'm a good 9 inches taller than I should be. I'm only 6 feet tall. I don't know. I'm taller than you at this point, so it's pretty amazing as well. And it's comfortable to walk in. Like I don't feel like I'm unsteady. I feel like I can't run, but I can definitely move around.
Yeah, that's good. So what sort of reference material did you use to actually...
I used a standard Warhammer miniature.
And that's it? That's all it was?
Yep, that's it. So from a standard Warhammer miniature, it was a 3D scan of that Warhammer miniature into a program called Armorsmith, where we broke it down into individual parts, and from Armorsmith it allows us to create a 2D pattern out of that, unfold it onto paper, print the paper out, transfer it to the foam, and then shape the pieces from the foam.
That's very cool. So this program, is that something of your creation?
No, someone was a cosplayer over in America that created the program called Armorsmith. It's a mixture of a program called Blender, which a lot of people use to create 3D objects, and then Pepakura, which is what they use for unfolding of a lot of 3D objects to make them into 2D objects, to make them into paper patterns.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a good little bit of fun.
That's very cool. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're here having a demo of Last Days, which is a game from Osprey Games. Miniature agnostic, so it's whatever miniatures you like the look of, you can sort of bring into the game. We've got 2 guys here. We've got a trained military group versus a selfless group, fighting during the zombie apocalypse over supplies. So things are sort of about to start getting some guns blazing this turn. So we'll see how many zombies get generated. So we've got trained group Keenan.
Yep, I'm the military trained group, and I also have a kid. His name's Billy. He's going to be running supplies back to base for me. Yes, we're about to kill Santa.
Liam over here with the selfless group. These are all the nice people that are just trying to get by.
Yep, so I'm playing the selfless group. I'm going to try to take out a zombie down over here and get some support coming up to him and get some people over into the other building there and get the supplies off the top of the roof.
This is Adeptus Titanicus. We've got about 5,000 points each side, Loyalists versus the traitors. Loyalists are on the closest side, the traitors are on the far side. I think it's turn 3, and we've seen one warlord in the far side. He got destroyed this turn. They also lost a unit of the small knights, and at the moment it looks like the Loyalists are getting on top of them. So, but they're not worried. The game system is a very enjoyable way of actually playing the game. It's a re-release of a system that they had probably over 20 years ago, and it's been refreshed and updated, and it's a very enjoyable game system. The models are fantastic, and yeah, I guess it's different than some of the 40k or the fantasy style of how you actually play the game. So each Titan has its own weapons card. In terms, it's got void shields, a reactor, weapons, and different statistics. So you've got to keep track of how they're actually performing.
On day 3 of show for 2019, we decided we'd like to do a swap meet. Now, we wanted to make sure that no one who was playing at a tournament or doing an RPG or a workshop missed out. So what we decided to do, we mimicked a format from CanCon, and CanCon everyone submits their products, which you can kind of see here around me. They're all labelled and marked and priced, and then we have volunteers who have abandoned me for this video, who organise the payments, take the money on behalf of the sellers, and then at the end of the day, the sellers collect anything that they haven't sold and then collect the money. And then we take a small amount to cover our costs for the licensing to pay the results. So apparently we sold a huge amount in a very short space of time. A lot of Forge World stuff was got here and is now gone. A lot of it new in box. And there's plastic wrapped, brand new kits. So there's still some great stuff here. There's a big Forge World kit set over here. It's been really exciting as an initial test to see whether it's interest for the community. And there's a huge range of miniatures and books. So it's been really exciting. So hopefully we'll do it again next year and we'll see it get even bigger and better.
Free as a bird in the sky, that is what you are. Breathe and you know you're alive. Feel the beat of your heart. Well, life is a crazy way of turning everything upside down. So move with the time that you have. The world will keep spinning round. Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play. Listen, I wanna be there with you no matter where you go. Life is a table for two, and we're starting the show. Well, I'm gonna spread my wings and fly so high up above the clouds. You know that time doesn't wait for your dreams. We're living right here and now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
How did you feel about the game?
Yeah, it was a really fun game. I like that it's quite simple to start with, but then there's different ways about playing the game. I know that's a strategy, but the tactics stuff here is really cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I've found like the tactics ball, you can win it on there alone, but then you also got the cards you can activate during the turns.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's quite simple and also tactical at the same time.
Absolutely. Pillar has put us on the spot again, so we're just...
Yeah, she's laughing at us.
Yeah. If you've got any suggestions on how you would have done that interview, write into us, and we can work on it for next time. Just getting better.